we have another package. So this is a package from my aunt. Basically, I let her borrow my iPhone 11 for a while, and that was about a month ago, and so she shipped it back. But I think that she also sent an iPod with it too, so I'm going to unbox it on camera. I think it is an Apple refurbished box. Okay, yep. And there we go, that is the iPhone 11, that's pretty much as expected. I believe this is an Apple refurbished box, as I already said. Probably that's because she had several phones refurbished, so she just put it in that box. But I believe, and we do, okay, so this is an iPod Classic 6th generation, I believe, and it's 80 gigabytes. I was kind of hoping for this to be a 7th gen, because I already have 3 of the 6th gens. Actually, I just sold one of them, but that is still pretty cool. I actually sold one of these for $130 on eBay. I only made 100 from it, but yeah, so this, honestly, it's pretty dirty. Actually, it's really dirty, but it looks like it's in decent condition. So hopefully this just has like a bad battery or bad hard drive or something like that. Oh yeah, that's not a good sign. It's not doing anything. This might have water damage. Maybe I spoke too soon when I said I can fix this. Oh no, there we go. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's working. And I don't think I've ever seen someone actually use that much storage on an iPod Classic. I mean, usually they've only got a couple gigabytes used. That's honestly kind of impressive. Yeah, you can see 4,000 songs. And then, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. This probably just needs a new battery. I'll have to see. Yeah, it definitely has a bad battery. Maybe it just needs to be charged up for a while, though. Honestly, though, this might be the best condition iPod Classic that I've ever gotten. It doesn't look like it's not... Honestly, that back is really good. Usually they're, like, way more scratched than that. Yeah, so actually that looks pretty nice. After cleaning it up, it's actually pretty good. Just being able to read this text at the bottom tells you that it's actually really not very scratched. Most of the time you can't even read that down there. This will kind of tell us how much this has actually been used. Wow, look at that. This thing looks like it hasn't really been used very much at all then, because it looks like, so this says start, it has a total start stop count of 113, and it says it's been on RAM for 91 hours, so that's pretty good actually. Usually those are like in the thousands, so that's actually really low. So I'm gonna have to get a new battery for this, and I think it should be good after I put a new battery in it, so that's pretty cool. Alright guys, so I've got some parts for the iPod. I got a battery right here. Also, this iPod is one that I'm trying to make it into a custom iPod, like I made the custom gold one. This one I'm going to make it all black with a red click wheel, or at least that's the current plan. Right now for this one, all I have though, I have the SSD and the battery for it, but I still need the back and the click wheel. But right now I'm trying to figure out how to get the SSD to work. It's not working. Right now I got to try to get this one open. It's really difficult, but I think we can do it. Okay, now I am pretty good at opening these, because I've done it quite a few times, but these are really difficult to open. But something I'm going to try to show you is basically the clips that need to be unlatched. There's 4 of them on each side, 2 at the top, or no, 1 at the top and 2 at the bottom. So basically you have to unlatch those all without bending or breaking them. I like to just have another spare back, which you probably don't have that, but if you're trying to follow along and do this at home, you probably don't have that, but that just kind of tells me exactly where the clips are, and that helps me do it. There we go. I was too close. And there you go. You can see got those bottom two unclipped. Now I can take out all of my tools, and with that unclipped, it should just come apart like that. There we can see comes apart. You may have to do a little bit of wiggling around to get that other side to pop off, but you don't need to unclip the 4 clips on the other side. And once you get there, you should see a little brown connector on this lower corner here, and you just want to pull up on that with a pair of tweezers. For me, mine was not wanting to come off, and oh yeah, actually you can see, for me I actually broke this brown part. If this brown part falls off, that's not actually a big deal, but for me it broke. You can see, here's the inside of the iPod. I just looking at it really quick, it looks fine. And then you just gotta disconnect this other connector. That one's just a standard connector. I've never actually had one of those brown connectors break on me, but yeah, I've heard people say that they break really easily. Got the old battery out, and we just need to attach the new battery to this back. But before you do that, you want to make sure that none of the clips are damaged and that none of them are bent or anything. It looks like they're all good, so I don't need to do anything with those. So this battery, it comes with adhesive on it already, so I'm just going to use that. Okay. Actually, that still goes on good, even though I did break off one of the little like legs off of that connector. That's still totally working. Got that battery and everything connected. Pretty quick, easy little repair there. Oh crap, I forgot to connect this cable. Now we're good to close it up, I think. And there we go. It looks like it's very good. All right. So the iPod is now working again. Oh wow, that's really cool. I never knew that they did that. It's got like a little kind of like a screensaver showing the time and battery and stuff. That's cool. As far as this iPod, I was gonna test this SSD in this iPod and I just completely forgot to do that, so I guess we're not doing that. Okay, so that's interesting. So the SSD is still, it's not letting me boot into disk mode or anything, but when I went to this, it actually opened the device and you can see it's reading it there. I got the SSD used, so that makes sense that it would have power on hours. So that looks like all accurate information to me there, and it actually works. So why does it not let me restore it then? That's really weird. I've got to try to figure that out. I do have the click wheel here, because the click wheel that's in this one, you can see it's just like really scratched up, and I think putting a red click wheel in this would look really cool. So that's what I bought, and I had to pay like over $14 for this. I think it was like $14.30. Just seems really expensive for the click wheel, just compared to the rest of the parts. And literally had to pay more for the click wheel than for the SSD, which is just kind of crazy. But yeah, so I'm gonna put the red click wheel in. Okay, yeah, there's the click wheel. It looks fine.
Okay, so here you can see it's just showing the X. And that's because it doesn't detect the SSD.
Okay, so I still can't get this SSD to fully work properly. So I was able to get it to work once, and then now it still doesn't work right. I think I probably could get it to work again if I messed around with it enough, but it just clearly is not working right, and it's just not detected. But the thing is, pretty much instantly it goes to the X, and it's also just doing a lot of strange things. So I'm starting to wonder if possibly this might actually be a motherboard problem with the iPod motherboard and not actually the SSD, because I've tested the SSD itself, and the SSD itself seems to work fine. But it could be the adapter that's bad, or the cable, because this cable is not actually right for this adapter. But I do have my mom's 5th generation iPod here. This one, actually it's mine, but then I just kind of gave it to her, and I said, like, you can try it out, and then she just kind of never gave it back, so I guess it's hers now. But I'm going to use this, and I'm basically going to test the hard drive from this one in here and see if this iPod even works. Ridiculous how easy these are to open compared to the 6th gens. You just pry up on it in 2 little spots, and it just opens right up easily. Okay, so I always thought the 5th generation hard drives had a different style connector slightly, but no, that's actually exactly the same as the 6th generation connector. Sorry, I can't get it to... Okay, so there we go. So, yeah, this is the same as the 6th generation connector, though. So, I'm not sure why the connector on this adapter is different. And the last adapter I used, also, it has this different connector that's thicker, as you can see. I don't know why that is that way. Okay, so that's good. With the hard drive in, it does appear to be working. That's always good. Obviously, it's not going to boot up because the 5th generation has a different software than the 6th gen. I don't want to restore it, though, because I don't want to erase it. Okay, well, ultimately, I decided that I thought that the SSD itself was not working, and it seems to be getting extremely hot and just not working properly. A lot of times it wouldn't show up. I did get an adapter and connect it to my actual PC, and it still didn't seem to be fully working properly. So I messaged the seller, and they said that they would send me a replacement one. So I'm opening that up now, and hopefully it's good. Okay, so here it is. Looks pretty good. The thing that I bought this from was a thing that basically, it was just like mixed brands, it said. So basically they showed a picture of, there was like Kingston one and a Crucial one. I was hoping to get a different one though, because I have heard that the compatibility between these Crucial drives and iPods is not great. It should still work, but I'm not 100% sure about the compatibility. Okay, yeah, so I just booted this up into the smart data, and this one has definitely been used a lot more though than the other one, because the other one had 160 power on hours. This one has 23,000. That's not necessarily a big deal though, because SSDs pretty much last forever. The issue is it's still not working. So basically, I'm thinking what has to be going on here is this M500 SSD is just not compatible with the iPod Classic 6th generation. So basically, I thought the SSD didn't work, and this one is still not working, so I'm definitely not going to bother the seller anymore. Honestly, I kind of feel bad about having them send me a replacement one when it was probably my fault to begin with. I'm just going to have to buy a different SSD and then just basically take the loss on this one, because that's probably my fault. Like, yeah, you can see it just still instantly goes to the X. But you know what's definitely not my fault is that I ordered the back cover for this almost 2 weeks ago, and they haven't shipped it yet. So I'm probably going to have to get my money back on that one too, because I don't think they're going to send it. I'm just so tired of things that I buy never working or just not shipping. It's so annoying. Like, I don't know, because I just tested this SSD with a 5th gen iPod, and it works fine. So either the adapter or the SSD is not compatible with the 6th generation specifically. and it just works with a 5th gen for some reason. I can't figure out why in the world that's happening. I have to buy a different SSD though. But I don't know. I'm probably going to have to buy it from Amazon though, because I need to be able to return it if it doesn't work, because I think there's a good chance it won't. But yeah, I really have no idea what to do at this point. Honestly, I'm about ready to give up on this for now, because it's just such a pain. And it's just not really working. And I also need to get this video out to you guys, because I haven't uploaded anything in over a month. So I want to make a video. I don't have any other videos to make though. Probably not going to see a video from me for quite a while though, because I just don't have anything to make a video about. So if you guys have any ideas of why this is not working, you could go ahead and tell me in the comments. But for now, that is it for this video, and I will see you guys sometime, hopefully in about a month or two after harvest ends. I'll be able to get another lot, and I'll make a video about that then. But for now, that is it for this video.